almost there.
Hey guys, welcome to the Massive Iron Channel. I'm Steve Shaw. In this video, I'm going to comb through The Rock's Black Adam workout as presented by his strength coach, Dave Rienzi. Before I get into this topic, if you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. The best topic ideas I turn into videos just like this. All right, so Dave Rienzi, I hope I'm pronouncing his name correctly. He is the founder of Zoa Energy and basically listed as a strength coach for Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson. So he's been posting the Black Adam workout on his social media. So I want to comb through it and kind of react a little bit, and I want to get your guys' reactions as well. So if you don't mind, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think. So let's dive into things. Okay, let's take a look at the Black Adam's leg workout. We're going to go through one at a time. Just kind of see how things are set up here. He's starting with the abduction machine. Why not, right? Good girls, bad girls. Let's let it rip with the abduction machine. Nothing I ever really care for. Nothing that's necessarily bad. Do a 2-second peak contraction hold. Okay, that sounds like fun. And rest 30 seconds. So it's a little bit of a snappy start to the workout. Then you have the barbell hip thrust or hip thrust machine. Hold at top. 2 seconds, reasonable rest between sets. All right, so we're doing we got our hippie whippy thrusts in, we got our good girls, bad girls, or whatever. Then we move on to leg extensions. Not a lot of legs in the mix here yet, not a lot of real quad work, but we move on to leg extensions. 4 sets, 25 total reps, resting 60 seconds. So what does he have here? 10 reps, 3-second negatives, 10 reps, 2-second hold at top. I'm okay with that. That's more of a rest pause. Not a lot of volume, for leg extensions. Leg extensions are generally something I feel are best with a little bit more volume, but it's all right. I mean, I like kind of the rest pause approach, the intensity approach. But it's just not a lot of reps. I like to see that negative control. I'm not sure you have to move yourself to 3-second negatives. You could control the negatives. Overall, okay. If I were doing it, I'd probably add a little bit more volume and get the reps up a little bit. So number 4 on the day, we have a tri-set of 4 rounds. We have leg press, 20 total reps, 10 reps with 3-second negatives, 10 regular reps. And then we have pause walking lunges with dumbbells, 24 steps, and goblet squats. It sounds pretty intense. I have no issue with this at all. Looks pretty darn intense. The only issue you're going to run into with something like this is generally, when you're doing trisets with big compound movements like the leg press, it can become a little bit, fatiguing from a cardiovascular standpoint. So not bad. I'm not a big fan of goblet squats. I like the leg press and lunges supersetted. I used to do a lot of leg extensions and lunges supersetted. Here we're doing leg press and lunges supersetted. That's fine. Goblet squats, I usually find that my lower back, you can, like somebody like The Rock's going to be able to use a big beefy dumbbell, right? So getting it in position and trying to do 20 reps, that sounds like a recipe for more cardiovascular fatigue and lower back and mid back fatigue for me. So, all right, moving on to something we're all familiar with, the squat, safety bar squat or barbell back squat. 4 sets, 10 reps. Wow, with 4-second negatives and 2-second hold at the bottom. So that's pretty darn intense work, and we're doing that. I would definitely say pre-fatigued. You have a lot of other stuff you've done before. And from a bodybuilding standpoint, that's going to be a killer with 4-second negatives. I would like to see Dwayne Johnson doing 4-second negatives on squats. This would probably kill me. I'm not sure I could do something this intense, and we finish off with seated leg curls. Pretty standard stuff, 4 sets of 12 reps. So it's not a bad workout. I mean, you have some pretty intense squat stuff. You have some good superset or some trisets. I don't like the goblet squats. The leg extensions are good. And I don't know, hip thrust, abduction. Overall, pretty good workout. So I would say I would definitely give it an A. It's going to be challenging. It's something that if you guys did, it would be leagues above what you see on YouTube Fitness right now. Definitely a little bit more bodybuilding ish. I don't really have an issue with it. Somebody if somebody were to try this, they would really need to have good squat form, be a pretty experienced lifter like Dwayne Johnson. So, all right. So the next one is the chest workout. Let's see what kind of shenanigans we got for this one. We start out with the seated cable fly or the pec deck, whatever you want to call it. 4 sets, 12 reps total. Okay. I don't know, a little bit of minor pre-fatigue, minor warming up. I'm not really sure what the goal is here. There's no context. There's nothing written. 4 reps, 3-second negatives, 4 reps, 3-second hold, and 4 regular reps. Looks a little bit like almost like a warm-up, not enough volume to really be of note. So we'll just kind of give this one a pass and just kind of assume it's some kind of a warm-up protocol or to get the pecs just pre-fatigue in a very minor way. Then we move on to flat dumbbell bench, 4 sets of 20 reps, rest 90 seconds. I am assuming that's 20 reps each. You know what? I like higher rep dumbbell work. I really do. I like doing, things in the 10 to 20, generally for dumbbell bench, 10 to 15. But I don't have a problem going up with 20. I think once you get strong, that's pretty brutal work. So if you find a weight where you're doing 4 sets, you can do 4 sets of 20 reps and rest is that tight, you're going to just hammer the pecs. So I have no problem with this at all. It looks pretty darn intense. All right, next we have the incline plate loaded bench press. I have a plate loaded bench station in my home gym. I like it. There's not a lot of great chest exercises you can do, outside of dumbbell and barbell bench. So I like the plate loaded. 4 sets, 8 reps, rest 2 minutes, 3-second negatives. Pretty standard stuff. Nothing with extreme fireworks. You're basically controlling the negative, which any of my clients know that I preach controlling the negative. I'm not sure you have to go to 3-second negatives, but controlling the negatives is a good thing. You don't just want things to slam down. So that looks fine to me. And, 4 sets of 8 reps, you're going to be a little bit heavier. So we're kind of moving from volume work, a little bit of pre-fatigue volume work to something that's going to be a little bit heavier with more rest. Moving on to incline Smith bench, 2-second hold at the bottom. I'm not sure that's necessary. 4 sets of 12 reps, rest, 90 seconds. The thing with like an incline press is because of the angle, the more you take the shoulders back, the lower you go, the more stress you're going to have on your shoulders. So whenever somebody's doing an incline press, just know you can leave the bar a couple inches off your chest if it feels better on your shoulders. It's all right. I mean, this is decent work. You got a barbell, you got you got some really good dumbbell work. You have a plate loaded bench station, which I'm a fan of, and then you do Smith, and Smith done correctly is going to be okay. And then we finish out with a tricep. And what do we got here? Flat dumbbell flies, a neutral grip dumbbell bench, and dips to failure. So that looks fine. This is a good workout. I have no issues, with this workout. In fact, I'm going to be honest. I thought diving into this, we were going to get a lot of nonsense. I don't know Dave Rienzi, so I didn't know what to expect. And when you attach anything to a celebrity's name, you're like, okay, what kind of nonsense are we going to get? But I don't mind it. It's really bodybuilding-ish. Excuse me. Really bodybuilding-ish. And it's good work. It's reasonable work. It's a reasonable exercise selection. A little bit more focus on negatives than I like. I like to control on negatives, but I'm just nitpicking. So, all right, let's move on from chesticles. What do we got from back? One of my favorite body parts to work. Let's see what we do here. Reverse grip lat pull downs. Not a fan of starting with this. I got to be honest. A reverse grip lat pull down is going to tend. Now you can work these by driving the elbow down and really engaging the back. I find, compared to regular lat pull downs, I find them to be a little bit more bicep centric. If you're going to do these, you really need to focus on driving the weight down with your elbows and feeling your lats work. So not a fan of starting with a reverse grip pull down, right out of the gate, but 4 sets, 12 total reps. This looks like a little bit of pre-fatigue. Just make sure you're not working your biceps. Then we got plate-loaded high row, 3 sets, 8 reps. All right. Nothing super impactful here. It's a little bit of a weak start compared to the start of the chest workout. You got 3 sets of 8 reps with, I wouldn't really call it rest pause. 60 seconds rest. So a little bit of a fizzle, but then we kind of kick it up a notch when we do the T-bar rows. Look, T-bar rows, 4 sets of 20. This is going to be pretty hard on your lower back. So if you're not accustomed to this, it's going to be a little bit of a beatdown on your lower back. So it's good work. I'm not sure I would have programmed 20 rep sets on the T-bars. I just find that to be a little bit of a lower back beatdown. It would kill me. Like when I do T-bars tend to be a little bit more, cardiovascular intense. Like they really get my heart rate up, and I need more recovery time. So I'm not sure. I like the 4 sets of 20 reps. I just don't like it on this particular exercise. All right, then we move on to plate loaded mid row. 4 sets, 12 reps total. 8 reps alternating static holds, 4 regular reps. This is, kind of like an interlude. Nothing big and exciting here than wide grip pull-ups. 4 sets to failure with negatives. If you can do that, great. That's pretty intense work. If you're doing a negative on a pull-up, don't hold it with your hands, okay? What you want to do is kind of fight it at the elbow, kind of have your elbow moderate that negative, kind of push up or control the negative by kind of almost pushing up on the elbow, if that makes sense. You don't want to hold yourself with your hand when you're lowering that elbow. You want to push up with the elbow and kind of control it down that way. That'll help you engage the back more during a wide grip pull-up. Not sure I would look, you do these at the end of a back workout, and they're going to be pretty intense, to begin with, and not a lot of guys are really good with pull-ups. So I don't know. 4 sets to failure, I would just control the negative. Rest is reasonable. Then you finish off with a tricep. 3 sets, 8 reps each. Cable rows. I like cable rows. Overhand, reverse, stiff arm, rope pullover. It's all right. This is kind of hard to set up, a stiff arm rope pullover. It's a little bit clunky. I'm not sure how you do a tricep here. You have to have the right piece of equipment that you can change grips with a reverse grip and then an overhand grip. So you have to have the right bar. You could do that, but then the stiff arm rope pullover. Overall, I would say so far this is the weakest, workout in the series. I'm not a fan of this. The other two, kind of exciting, kind of bodybuilding-ish, fun to do. This one, I don't know, not so much. I'm not too thrilled about things, the 8, 12 total reps with the plate loaded mid row, a lot of high rep T-bar row. I'm not a fan of that. The pull-up work at the end, I kind of probably would have done a little bit different exercise selection, mix things up a little bit. And even the tricep is a little bit clunky. So back workout, I don't know, like a C minus for effort, right? Let's try shoulders. We got shoulders and arms left. So reverse fly. We're starting off with some rear delt action, kind of in pre-fatigue. I'm not really sure why we're doing the rear delts to start off with. I don't know, not a lot going on here, so not too thrilled about that. Dumbbell bent over lateral raise with 2-second hold at the top. So again, we're doing rear delts and a 2-second hold. I think for the average person, if you're doing a bent over raise, to target the rear delts and you're doing a hold at the top, it's going to require a lighter weight. It's going to place a lot of stress on your shoulders. If you're doing this, you want to fight the weight at the elbow. You want to kind of hold it at the elbow. Don't try to hold the dumbbell back with your hand. Try to focus on holding it back at your elbow. That'll place less stress on your shoulders and be a little bit more leverage friendly. Not really a fan of this. This sounds like a lot of unnecessary torture for rear delts. I mean, you're not even doing dumbbell rows, and and whatever for your back work. You're not doing a lot of really the T-bar rows. Yeah, I get it, but I don't know. We're starting off with 2 rear delt exercises here, and I'm just not thrilled. And then we move on to a cable side lateral raise. Okay. I don't know, man. I'm looking at this workout, and this just looks like a hot mess. I have no issues with any of these lifts individually, but cumulatively, this is just a weak ass workout, and it's just boring and uninspired. Cable single arm lateral raise, 3-second negatives, 8 reps, blah blah blah. Nothing exciting here. And then dumbbell side lateral raise. So we're doing all isolation stuff on the old shoulders. No dumbbell overhead press, no barbell overhead press, no print press, no seated press, no plate loaded machine press. I don't know, man. This is just, I don't know why. If there's a reason for this, if Dwayne Johnson, has a shoulder issue and can't press, but you know, hide the kids, but I'm just going to call this a shit show. It's nothing I would even look forward to. It's very, very moderate compared to the other ones. Yeah, you're going to have that perceived level of effort, because of all the static holds and the negatives and stuff like that. I think it's going to place a lot of stress on your shoulders doing a lot of these isolation lifts. Especially with static holds and negatives and stuff like that. I think it's going to place a lot of unwanted stress on the shoulders. And then we finish off with a superset. No tricep here. Again, we're going a little bit light. I don't know why. Dumbbell over. Okay, we do dumbbell overhead press. And then scaption raises. All right. So we finish off with dumbbell overhead press, 20 reps. I'm okay with that. That's kind of the saving grace of a workout. We start off with kind of a pre-fatigue reverse fly that we can't even really count as anything important. We do some rear delt work. Okay, pretty standard stuff. 4 sets of 12 on bent over flies, 3 sets of 8 on cable laterals. Then we're doing, your dumbbell side laterals. That's okay. So I guess it's not bad. Without the dumbbell overhead press, we would really, really have to flush this one down the old crapper. The thing I'm not a fan of is all the, like when you're doing a lot of side lateral work, you have to really make sure that you got your form down. You're not, you have your leverage position good, and you're not just beating the crap out of your shoulders. I like lateral raises, but I don't know. This is an okay workout. It's an okay workout. I just think it could be better, compared to like the brutality of the leg workout and brutality of the chest workout. And then you get to kind of back and shoulders, and it's just a little bit for me. It's just a little bit, I think when you're doing the dumbbell overhead press, you're going to you're probably going to get some pretty good triceps pumps. So I'm not against doing high rep work on the dumbbells. So that's kind of the saving grace. All right, I think we have one left, the arms. Let's see what we got. Not a lot here. I'm surprised. I thought, the arms would be extra juicy, if you know what I'm saying. Rope push down, 4 sets of 20. Okay, some rest pause. Rope extensions. That's okay. Dumbbell skull crushers, 4 sets of 12. Some rest pause work. That's all right. Tricep work. Nothing really against that. And are we just doing triceps here? Do we have to swipey for what do we got? Dual cable pushdowns, alternating static holds, dual cable pushdowns, dumbbell kickbacks. That's all right. It's an all right triceps workout. I have no issue with that at all. What do we got here? Dumbbell curls, 4 sets of 20. Wow, or barbell curls. Excuse me. That would jack me up. Those high rep barbell curls. Doing a lot of intense rep work on barbell curls, you really, really, if you're not used to it, it's going to tear you up. So just be extra careful with this. This is kind of a recipe for disaster if you're not used to a lot of bicep work. I've always done a moderate degree of bicep work. If you're going to jump into 4 sets of 20, you're going to need some time where you kind of get used to this. It's going to tear you up in multiple ways. I don't want you guys to risk a bicep tear, and I'd rather have you ease into this stuff. Then we move on to dumbbell concentration curls. That's kind of after the volume of the barbell curls, you're going to need something a little bit lighter, and that's kind of like redundant. You just completely crush your biceps with barbell curls. This is kind of almost like a rest, like a working rest. And then you're going to move on to a tri-set of incline dumbbell curls. That's fine. Incline hammer curls. That's fine. And easy bar spider curls. Yeah, it's fine. I mean, if you can do the setup and you can do the spider curls on the incline, that's fine. All this is good. A little bit brutal on the barbells. I kind of feel like the barbell work or the biceps work is a little bit harder, than the triceps work. But overall, not bad. That had a swipe. I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything here. No, that's just him talking. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you think. Drop a comment down below, and let me think. What you think of the workout. Is it something you would run? How did your assessment of it, align with mine? I would say chest and legs and arms are pretty impactful, pretty intense. From a bodybuilding standpoint, those workouts are kind of a far reach from what we're used to doing now. This more bodybuilding type of stuff used to be more of the standard, part and parcel. But the world of muscle building training or bodybuilding training is feels kind of detached from this type of work. Overall, I don't have an issue with the chest and the legs and even the arm work. It's reasonable and it's going to be impactful. It's something you would have to ease yourself into, because this is a whole different style of training versus what a lot of people are used to. The shoulder work, not a big fan of. The back work, I would program it differently, but overall, 3 out of the 5 workouts, I would give a thumbs up, and 2 out of the 5, I would give a, kind of a thumbs down. So, guys, hope this video has been of some help. If you have any questions or comments, drop them down below. If you made it this far in this video and have yet to subscribe to my channel, please do. I'd appreciate the support. So, guys, as always, thanks for watching. Have a great day.